Hey Ash, what do you think about spending $40,000 on our brand new Troopy with one mod? How to turn a Troopy into a comfortable tourer in 2 to 3 weeks time. I'm so excited for this, eh? Woo, it's going to be a long 2 weeks, but.
So how do you turn this into this?
So why the hell would you spend $40,000 on a brand new car? This is probably a pretty crazy decision for some people, and it's definitely not in everyone's budget. And it really wasn't a decision we took lightly. JMACX offer a premium level product at a premium level price. It was a very big decision for us. In this video, we're going to take you through a whole decision-making process, and we're going to talk about our overall experience with going with JMACX.
We've been traveling around Australia for the last 12 months, and we've seen most of the bottom of Australia in our V8 Troopy and our Jayco caravan. Now we have so much more of Australia left to see, so we're going to keep going. The decision to keep traveling also meant that we wanted to upgrade our caravan. Updating the caravan led us into wanting to update our car. Our Troopy has served us so well. It's 10 years old, but with the new caravan, we thought maybe it was time.
So being long-time Troopy owners, another Troopy was really the only option for us. We just loved the character, the platform, and the real community that you get out of being a Troopy owner. So we're definitely a little bit nervous about committing to the new 2.8 litre platform, but after a fair bit of research, we decided to back in Toyota and go all in on the new build.
One of the biggest limitations of the 70 series Landcruisers is their 3.5 tonne towing capacity. This played a huge role in the decision-making process for us for this new build. So we had to come up with our top 3 things that we wanted to improve on this build from our last Troopy.
So number 1 on our list, and definitely the most important for us, was increasing the GVM of the vehicle, but also maintaining our 3.5 tonne tow capacity rating, which also meant that we needed to increase the GCM of the vehicle as well.
Our second goal was to improve the way that the vehicle handled when towing. Although our old Troopy actually did a great job, we still felt like there was room for improvement when it came to stability on the road.
So our third goal was to further improve its off-road ability. So our last Troopy, although it did an amazing job at taking us to super remote places all around Australia, it's definitely an area we felt like we can improve in. We definitely, when we were down south, particularly in WA, we really noticed the lack of diff locks, not having diff locks in the last one. And also it was really noticeable the difference in rear track when we got on the really soft sand down there. So they were 2 things that we definitely wanted to improve on this new build. Obviously with the new Cruiser, it comes factory with the front and rear diff lockers. So that's a big tick straight away, but we did want to correct the track as well.
Although we ended up going with JMACX, they weren't really on our radar for the planning phase of this build. For anyone who doesn't know, JMACX are an Australian owned and operated business, and they manufacture all of their gear in Australia.
They've long been a company that we've admired from afar. Like I'm sure any keen four driver out there has just seen the incredible builds coming out of their factory very regularly. So always been quite envious of watching those things. Like who would not want a coil converted 70 series Landcruiser? Like it's literally the dream for any 70 series owner. But with Australian manufacturing and a premium product, it also comes at a premium price, which is probably why initially it wasn't something that we were considering.
When we, and by we I mean Ben, started the research phase of this build, we needed to increase the GVM while also maintaining tow capacity, which Ben quickly discovered that there aren't really many options for the new 4-cylinder Troopies.
No, there really wasn't, which kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I'd always assumed that Lovels would be a pretty easy option. I'd seen a lot of them getting around for the last model of the 78 series. They did like a 4.2 ton GVM upgrade, GCM increase, but they are not an option currently that I'm aware of for the 4-cylinder. So I started looking at other options. I considered multi-drive. So multi-drive and Terrain Tamer did a GVM upgrade, I think to 3950. But that didn't actually also include the GCM as well. So that one was out of the question. For 76 series and 78 series Land Cruiser owners, Superior Engineering are definitely an option. But unfortunately, they do not offer a kit for the 78 series, which is a little bit disappointing, but meant we couldn't consider them. I actually also reached out to them to see if they had any other options. They got back to me for a quote for a Tough Dog suspension GVM increase and a D-Wiz diff housing, and the quote came back around close to mid $20,000, which was pretty shocking to say the least. That's a lot of money to pay for something that I probably wouldn't call a premium end product. So we've quickly moved back into looking further into JMACX.
So while the JMACX kit is more expensive, we realised that they offer something that nobody else could. So we were able to get a 4.2 ton GVM, and which also increased our GCM,
yeah,
to maintain our 3.5 ton towing capacity.
Well done.
Oh, yay!
So the kit also actually included a bunch of extras that we would have been looking to install after our GVM upgrade anyway. So I'm talking things like a torqued exhaust. It actually upgrades the brake booster. So braided brake lines, brake booster, exhaust, as I mentioned, and also new radius arms for the front. Plus, not to mention a host more that we'll go into later on.
One of the many great things about JMACX is how upfront they are with their pricing. They've got a really great website that you can build your dream kit, go through all the options, and it really helped us with making our decisions with what we wanted to go with without the pressure of having to speak to someone.
Yeah, for sure. I also found it really helpful. So they've got a really active YouTube channel as well that is constantly updating with videos, with information and everything like that. So we were able to sit down, watch a bunch of videos and kind of really make an informed decision before committing to spend all this money on the build, really.
Yep.
Well, this is a little bit exciting.
Yeah, going up the coast to check on the progress of Troopy V2.
JMACX are letting us loose in the factory for a little look.
I mean, I don't think they're letting us loose. They've got occupational health and safety standards they have to maintain. But we're going to be able to have a look, and might be up on the hoist.
Yeah, it will be. It should be up on the hoist.
Yeah.
Yeah, how good is that look?
It's amazing. So cool.
What do you reckon of the colour?
It's my favourite bit.
It is pretty bloody cool.
Yeah.
It's going to look so different.
I know.
The big shockies.
Yeah.
So cool. It's really, really cool to see this, eh?
Yeah, super fortunate. Super lucky.
Woo! Couple weeks. Got to go in.
I'm not quite sure what all this is.
You're not quite sure what all this is.
Yeah.
That's right. You'll find out.
I know tyres go on each end.
There you go. You
Cradle.
do know.
It's a
You
cradle.
do know. Well, that was pretty cool.
Sure was. And it's kind of not put together right now. But it was very cool to see all the stuff before it gets put back together.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely not something that is always able to be done, going there and checking out the car getting built as well. So we're super fortunate that the JMACX let us kind of pop down there and film that little bit of content and everything like that. So it's very exciting to kind of see the car in its stages of progression, really. And it makes me way more excited to just get our hands on this thing. It's going to be a completely different car than when it went in there, that's for sure.
All right, so Ben is back from Queensland Transport. We're a bit nervous about this one. Hopefully he was able to get the new Troopy registered.
Oh, hello.
How did you go?
We have a registered Troopy.
All right.
Woo! I was pretty nervous about that, hey, I'm not going to lie. I'd heard that it either goes like two ways. It goes quite smooth, or if you get the wrong person, Department of Transport, you can be there for bloody a couple of hours while they try to work it out. So the lady told me that it went really smoothly because I was like the most prepared you can get. Like I had everything you needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put a list of that up on the screen so I can help anyone else out that's interested in it. But basically, I had all my forms from Department of Transport. JMACX actually sent these through to me too. So they were really onto it with this as well. So yeah, all the forms filled out. For us, we had like a change of number plate registration as well because we wanted to use an old number plate. And then like all the pre-rego SSM info like printed out from the website and everything like that, which was attached in an email to me. And the one other thing we actually needed, which JMACX weren't sure about too, is the contract from Toyota as well, because they actually need to put that on file with the pricing and everything like that. So really smoothly, we can attach number plates on the car when we go up there to pick it up now as well, which will be pretty exciting. So yeah, pumped. That's a big milestone out of the way.
Weapon of mass destruction. V3.
V3, yeah. I'm surprised I haven't had more people ask about this. I actually had someone reach out the other day and ask me about that. It was the first time. There's actually no meaning behind it at all.
Behind the number plate. It was just the number plate you had on the Ranger.
Yeah, I had on a new Ford Ranger that I bought it, and then Ash bought me like a slimline black version to chuck on there, and that is technically a personalised plate. So we've just continued on with it, and the good thing is we always remember the number plate now, so that's pretty cool.
Super handy.
Yeah. Woo. Well, this is probably the most exciting moment of this build for me, definitely. We are on our way up the coast. How come you got to get out of school early today?
Because no one can pick us up.
Yeah, but what are we doing?
Going to pick up the car.
What car?
The monster truck.
The monster truck. Are you excited?
Yes.
I'm very excited. What about you, big man? You're excited? So JMACX have been putting a few little teasers up of our car on Instagram in the past week. So we've had a few little glimpses since we saw it last time up on the hoist, and it looks bloody amazing. And it's just increased the excitement tenfold to actually get our hands on the car. So this drive is going to feel like it's going to go for a fair while, I reckon. We're going to get a glimpse.
No. Are we going to get a car park? That's probably the more important question.
I think the excitement's too much for the little fella.
Not feeling good.
Poor man. New Troopy will wake you up, hey? What do you got?
The special drop carrying the number plate.
The number plate. The moment of truth.
It's exciting.
Oh my God, Emmy. What is it? A monster truck. That looks insane. It's incredible. You reckon you're going to be able to get in this thing?
I'll need a step. Ben?
There you go. Give me your hand. Ready? That thing is monstrous.
It's such a big car.
I can't believe you got the turning circle like that.
Yeah.
Alright, first drive.
You can tell the difference with the muddies, hey?
Yeah. Like, do you mean noise or?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. This is the first time with muddies for us too, so it definitely feels a lot heavier to drive in the front now.
Yeah.
That's probably just the bigger tyres, but I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
I've no idea what's down this way.
We're about to find out. Do you feel really tall up? Really high up? Yeah. What do you reckon, Noe?
Very cool.
All right, driver, how does it feel?
It feels like, considering it has no weight at all in the back, so like this thing's obviously set up to carry like a lot of weight, it feels really smooth. Like I remember when we got the last Troopy done and we got like the Ironman GVM upgrade and everything, I remember driving home and it was just bouncing all over the road everywhere. This doesn't feel like that at all. It feels really smooth. Biggest difference, but it feels quite heavy in the steering, and I'd say that's like the bigger tyres and the brand new muddies and stuff like that. So just going to be getting used to that side of things, but it feels nice.
So we can't really speak highly enough of the service that we've received through JMACX. Everyone's been amazing, so knowledgeable, always answering our questions, of which we had lots. Well, I say we, I mean Ben. Ben had lots of questions, and they've just been really great to work with. So yeah, super stoked with how the process has gone. It's been amazing.
Yeah, Jai, Oscar and Luke, absolute legends to deal with, all three of them. We've dealt with them all at different stages of this build, and yeah, just honestly, like anything we kind of needed help with, they kind of helped us sort it out and stuff. So it was really nice to spend a little bit of time around those guys too, and then to kind of see the finished result.
So it's the day after we collected the car from JMACX, and the car has gone to Fat Bars to get some bar work done and a snorkel. Ben's just texted me to say he needs me to come and open the gate because he's lazy.
Hello. Oh, how good's that look?
There's some pretty... Are they rock sliders? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, rock sliders, side steps. But they've got
Do they have...
nice sticky,
Oh my goodness.
sticky tread plate on there. So
No more slipping.
no more slipping. So like on the old Troopy, we got ARB ones, and they're deadly in the wet. Hey, so
The amount of times I have nearly gone A over T.
yeah, so these should be amazing, and they look incredible. Hey, and also look at like the snorkel, the big 5-inch
I like this bit.
up the top.
You can't see it.
So I just got back from Fat Bars, which is a small locally run Australian-made company down in Brendale. I actually got onto Fat Bars probably back in 2016, 2017 when Paul was running it from the north side of Brizzy out of his house. So I actually went around there when we had a new Ford Ranger, and he installed some side steps sliders for us then, and like such amazing quality. So like one of the things we really wanted to do with this build is jump on board with brands and support brands like that, like smaller Australian companies that honestly just make amazing quality stuff that I think not everyone knows about or everyone sees. So honestly, I'm stoked with these. It looks so much better than chucking on the standard ARB or whatever kind of stuff. And at the same time, we get to kind of support some companies like that. So it's really cool. And it was really good process. I went down there. Actually managed to stay around there while they installed it. I was kind of keen to film a bit, but I also didn't want to hassle the guys as well. So no installation video for this stuff, but absolutely pumped on the product. So I'm frothing. And just to go with the JMACX stuff yesterday, it just makes it look even better again. So yeah, very excited. So as you can see, quite big changes in, I think it was just over 2 weeks' time. So we're pumped with this, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk you through everything that's included in the JMACX kit and why we believe that it's actually really, really good value for money. All right, Ash, you're up. What are all the features with the JMACX kit? Go.
So this is what you get. with the kit. You get a bolt-in coil conversion kit, heavy-duty upper and lower control arms.
So we also get a heavy-duty rear panhard rod. We get the heavy-duty track-corrected diff, which is suitable for coils and rated to 3,000 kilograms, so a big upgrade on the factory one. And we also get a chrome ollie floating axle. A full braided brake line kit with an upgraded brake booster. This gives up to 30% increase in braking power, which anyone that's had a 70 series before knows how important that one is. You get heavy duty adjustable rear sway bar and link kit. You also get a choice of shocks, coils, and a high pressure airbag band in coil airbags. Next up is a billet front sway bar blocks, CNC billet radius arms, the torque at 3.5 inch exhaust. You get the SMM approval, and the kit with the 2.8 litre also comes with an engine remap by Just Autos, which is part of the GCM upgrade. It's a pretty significant list of upgrades, I reckon.
We decided to go with JMACX's top of the line Alpha shocks, and we also chose to have the in-cab electric adjustment.
So basically our rationale with that, even though it's quite an expensive purchase, is that we figured by having them inside and at easy reach, we're way more likely to actually use them and adjust the shocks, where as opposed to if you had to get out and adjust it, it's probably going to wear off pretty quickly, the novelty of it. So as we mentioned earlier, we basically want to improve the ride on the road as much as possible in regards to towing specifically, and this gives us another area we can control of the car.
We also chose the Alpha steering damper, colour-coded flares, and mud flaps.
Yep. And we decided, seeing that we're going to the extreme with all this, to go the colour-coded Sandy Torp radius arms and the colour-coded Sandy Torp coil cradle. So looks pretty bloody smicko, I reckon.
Pretty nice. We went for a 4-inch lift with 35-inch tyres. And we had JMACX organise the tyres for us, and they are Maxxis Razor mud terrains.
Yeah, so this is actually our first time ever with mud tyres. Always been interested to give it a go, and we thought we might as well give it a go on this one. And so far I've been really happy. They honestly don't sound much noisier than our all-terrains that we were running on the last Troopy. So yeah, very keen to kind of get them out in the wild and give them a bit more of a test run, but so far very, very happy with that. So with any four-wheel drive build, wheels are a big decision point, really. There's just so many options out there. One of the things doing a kit like this is you actually have to have load-rated wheels. So the minimum requirement is 1,450 kilograms for load-rated wheels. We decided to go one better, and we found the highest rated wheels we could possibly get at 1,675 kilograms.
What are you doing?
I'm getting very excited for tomorrow. So it's the last sleep before the new Troopy heads up Sunshine Coast and goes to JMACX. So very, very exciting. One of the key components that you need to provide with this is load rated rims. So it's a bit hard to do something different with the 70 series. For the last few months, I've kind of been having a good look around, and obviously you could go with the ROHs, but I had the ROHs on the old Troopy. So I was looking for something different. Anyway, I stumbled upon Loaded Wheels, which is an Australian company, and I haven't seen a lot of Landcruisers with their stuff on there, so really excited for that. But the coolest part about it is the biggest prerequisite with the JMACX 4.2 ton is to have load-rated wheels, and these are actually the highest load-rated wheels I could find. So they're 1,650 kilograms per rim, which compared to something like the ROH Assault, which I've got on the old Troopy, that's only 1,500 kilos. So quite a big difference. I think they're going to look really sick on the new car.
For us, this was a massive decision to go down this path.
Yep.
It was not something that we did lightly. There was heaps of consideration and lots of research. But once we'd made the decision, JMACX were great.
Yeah, it's been a really streamlined process. So like the guys are obviously so well practiced with sorting everything out like this. So basically we did all the consultations and that through emails, and then we picked our date to get it booked in, and that was when we kind of had to get the car there by. But in the meantime, like, was going backwards and forth with, I think, originally Oscar, who's one of the sales guys, and then Luke, who kind of, like, I guess, managed the whole build a fair bit. And, like, those guys were legends. And then on top of that, being able to chat to Jai at different stages as well. Like, just such a great group of people there. Like, you know, they say they're a family-run company, and, like, that's the kind of vibe you get there. Just a really good atmosphere. Like, we went up there, obviously, a few times and had a little bit to do with the place, and just, yeah, everyone's just super lovely. And I think that it makes it a lot more comfortable when you're spending money like that.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like, the guys are going to be there to help you out. They're helping you make decisions. And, you know, if you have any kind of issues down the track, like, they're going to be there to help you out with that. So overall, like, we couldn't speak any higher of JMACX. And, yeah, we're super pumped on the build.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So for us, it's now been a couple of weeks since we picked up the car. There's been a bit of time in there where we haven't had the car once again due to other things getting done on it. But I've had a bit of a chance to drive around, and I think one thing I worked out when we did that initial first drive, how I thought the steering was quite stiff, and what I worked out later on was that was because I got the steering damper. And once we drove it a little bit, you get really used to that. But probably, like, the craziest thing is it just feels so different than our old Troopy. Like I said to Ash, it's almost like having a sports car Troopy, particularly with the auto. Like, it feels super punchy, picks up speed really fast, and just the whole car just handles amazing. And considering it's not loaded really at all at the moment, like, I'm so impressed with it. And it's just like driving a completely different car than our last Troopy. So very excited to kind of get it kitted out a bit more and then actually test it out there in the proper stuff. So
yeah. So what's next?
What is next?
What's next? So we have our brand new off-road caravan coming in late September, which I'm very, very excited for.
Very excited.
Then we'll be back on the road full time.
Late in the year. Yeah.
It's going to take us a couple of months to kind of get everything sorted.
Sorted with the car, with the new caravan. Kids are doing a bit of school at the moment. But yeah, we are going to get this thing and our new van out there in the wild, going to go as remote as we possibly can. So if you want to see how the new 2.8 Landcruiser goes with towing, with being super remote, you know, doing some hard tracks and everything like that, if you haven't subscribed, jump onto it, because we're gonna put this thing to the tests as much as we can, and our skill level lets us. Yeah, we've got a pretty crazy fit out plan for the back of this, which will involve being able to sleep all the family as well. So we're able to leave the caravan in remote places and go extra remote again with the car, with just the car, and sleep in it for a few days at a time. So that'll allow us a whole different style of content and to kind of get to see some places we wouldn't get to see. So we're very excited to share that. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed checking out this one, a little bit different, all about kind of the JMACX upgrade we did. If you got any questions, please pop them below. I'm always happy to chat about it, or send us a DM on Instagram. Yeah, I'm keen to kind of chat to any of you guys about what we've done here and what we think about it and everything like that. Anyway, thank you, legends. Hope everyone's doing really well, and we will see you in the next build video.
You.
Can it be